little bit behind today. Just wanted to apologize. We had a couple technical difficulties. Everything's worked out now and good. But I wanted to thank you all for watching. My name is Dave Andrecht, and tonight I have a very special guest, man. The more I read into it and the more I saw, you know, this guy is a definite true Hall of Famer in skateboarding, man. He helped change basically kids. Everybody look up to him in Australia for sure, and as well as here. He's been around the world skating. And anyway, so let me bring in Skye Brown. Man, long history. Looking into your stuff, man, I was absolutely amazed, Jake, at your career.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride.
Unbelievable. And, you know, well, I'll get into that, but let's start from your beginning.
First off, thanks for having me, Dave.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Legend in the game yourself right there.
Yeah, well, you know, after I see what you've accomplished in skateboarding, I feel like this big. It's amazing.
You're one of the forefathers.
Yeah, I know. We kind of set the stage a little bit, but man, you guys took it to whole new levels, and I'm just stoked to be here. Anyway, so let me let's start out. While you're living in Australia.
Tom the Rock Boyle right here.
What's that?
Just watching Tom the Rock Boyle. Damn. R.I.P.
Okay, so let's talk about Australia.
Yep.
Okay, and you starting skateboarding. How old were you when you started?
My dad carved out a skateboard out of a paling fence, and I just had it my whole life. So on the knees, you know what I mean, just cruising around, kid style.
How old were you?
I don't know, probably 2.
Oh, wow.
But,
okay.
I mean, it wasn't like I was ripping skating. I just had a skateboard.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so as things progressed, when did you started skating a couple times a week or whatever? Like, when did you start, really catch on to be like, man, I dig this?
I was probably about 12 when I really started to just really, gravitate towards it. Like, this is it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And, I mean, yeah, I'm just blown away. I'll be honest. I'm just trying to think okay, so you're skating, you're 12. Who were the players around? I kind of remember Ben and Tuss, okay? Mm-hmm. And I remember how good Ben was at 12.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
okay, and Tuss, but Tuss was 15 at that time.
Right.
So, but that's when I first met those guys. Compared to those guys, were you in that same category?
Those guys were light years ahead of me.
At that time.
I wasn't even really focused on tricks and trying to be pro or whatever. I was just loved skating, and good Smith grind for me was fun, you know. Just getting into some airs, and yeah, it was just more basics and just stoked on it.
Okay. And was there a ramp that everybody went to at that time, or how was? I mean, I just want to know what Australia was like.
Yeah. In
skating and coming up and stuff.
I mean, there's so many legendary dudes that never came to America.
Yeah.
So
those are the guys I want to know about.
Yeah.
I mean, I met Lee Ralph. Okay,
right.
and I mean, anyone who met Lee Ralph it's a pleasure to meet Lee Ralph. You know
he's actually from New Zealand, but he spent a good time in Australia too.
See, I thought he was from New Zealand. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of his good buddies, Mike Spittlehouse, he's a legendary skater too. Pretty sure they're good friends, but they must be. They're both from New Zealand. Spittle was, I don't think Spittle ever made it over here. Have you heard of him?
Yeah, I'd never heard of him. Never saw him.
He's amazing. There's just a bunch of, every state had its own little tribe of skaters, you know.
Okay.
And as you know, there was a boom in the 80s or whatever, but it was a little smaller back then, especially in Australia. So the people that were skating, you know, you pretty much knew them all.
Okay. And okay, so did you ever run into Dave Crab? Was he? Because he was, I know, from New Zealand.
I think he might be from New Zealand too.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
You know, but
I'd heard of him, but I don't think we ever ran into each other. He rode for Toxic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of his sponsors, but
yeah.
Dave Crab, if you're ever listening, man, kudos to you.
Yeah.
He's just an absolute amazing individual.
Nice.
If you ever met him, Jake, he's take your shirt off for anybody. He's amazing.
Shout out to Dave Crabb.
Yeah, I know, right? No,
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? But I mean, like, you know, everybody I've met that's come over from there has just all been super good people. You know what I mean? Maybe it's
Yeah.
just skateboard community. I don't know, but
It's just a different kind of culture. Australians are a different breed of people, kind of. When you grow up there, you just become one of them. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just how it is. Americans are cool too. Nothing against Americans. It's a long way away. It's a big island.
yeah. Well, did you?
We don't get much happening over there.
What? So was Ellis? Was he still like? Was that somebody you were looking up to? Because I know he's like a few
Yeah,
years
for sure.
ahead of you as well.
Yeah, basically, like, once, I did high school from, 12 to 16, and I was trying to get out of school as soon as I could, and ended up, had two friends that were in the same year as me, and we skated all the time together. This dude, Dave Bodner, spinner, and, Brad Burness. So when we finished school, we just made a pact. We're like, we're moving to Melbourne, so it'd be like moving from, New York to Florida or something when we're all 16. So we're just like young homeless kids that
Really?
moved state to just be, because Melbourne had a bit of a better scene going on skateboard wise.
What year was that?
This would have been 91, maybe 90.
Oh wow.
Did you ever cross paths with with Jason or?
Yeah, like that.
That's-
We were skating
that's-
with those guys
okay.
right away.
Okay.
With
That
Ja-
was after you moved and you were 16 years old.
Yeah. So we ended up spending a year in Melbourne. And yeah, just skating with Tuss, Ben, Ellis, Gary Valentine.
Oh yeah, Gary. Forgot
Gregor
about
Gregor
Gary.
Rankin was skating still back then. Dom Kekic. There were some other guys that you probably never heard about, but they were ripping too.
No, I'm sure. There's a lot of guys over there. I mean, I remember Gary Valentine when he came over here too, and
Yeah.
he was killing it. He was skating really good.
Yeah,
He was-
yeah, he had a really
and he's,
good run there.
again, super good guy.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, he ended up whatever the I think it's a distribution down there, hardcore. They started Globe Shoes and bought Dwindle Distribution, and I think Gary was like one of the head honchos over there, so he ended up moving into the kind of business world.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember.
Did pretty good.
Yeah, Hill Brothers. Yeah, they did really well, and that's why
Yeah.
I was wondering. That was my question coming.
Yeah. Right.
Was if you got any support from the Hill Brothers, because I know those guys supported a lot of kids from Australia to come over here. You didn't? Were you ever on Globe? Did you ever ride for Globe?
No.
Okay.
The only real connection that I had with them was when I rode for Blind, which was owned by
Right.
the Dwindle or whatever.
Right. Okay.
Which,
I mean, you were there for 9 years, so
yeah,
riding for Blind,
that was
and
fun.
that was during your those.
It's kind of my heyday of skating, really.
Yeah.
Kind of, somewhat.
I would say it was, man.
Could say.
You accomplished a lot during that time.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as winning contests, X Games, which we're going to get into in a minute. God, yeah, so much.
Yeah, I put in a lot of effort and kind of took it somewhat seriously during those years.
Well, okay, so, but the skate scene was pretty much like, how did everybody push everybody? Like when you guys were skating, like you left Sydney, went back over to Melbourne. I know I was going to say something else. I was like, back over to Melbourne. Like, I mean, now you're skating with a whole different class of people.
Yeah.
Like,
These are more like pro type of guys. Like the guy in Sydney, we were, there's a lot of other guys too, like Kenny Gibbons, John Finlay. John Finlay had a shop out in Fairfield where this massive mini ramp complex was and a big vert ramp. So there was a good little scene out there. There was some really ripping skaters: Glenn Robinson, Mark Connie Clark, Matt Hoffman, Steve Hyam, Mike Hyam, Dave Evans, ripping skaters.
yeah, well, okay, so, but I remember, like, you know, I saw so many different, like, skate parks over there. They're all cement.
Yeah.
And I just remember, like, back when we were forced to wear pads, nobody wore pads over there. But there was like some incredible skate parks. They're all graffitied out.
Yeah.
And, I just didn't know, like, I mean, I saw some people shredding those things, but I had no idea who they were.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but.
Yeah, there's a good scene. I mean, I'm pretty sure that it's probably healthier than ever over there right now.
Is there any places over there that are like have been around for 40 years, kind of like Kona here?
Yeah.
Where everybody can still conjugate and hang out and skate. And...
Yep. There's actually a place, Five Dock, and I don't know exactly what year it was built. It's got to be 70s probably, and they've rebuilt a new skate park and attached it to it, so the old one's still there with the new one right next to it.
Rad.
It's pretty cool.
I remember seeing.
Holy shit, that thing's nice.
I remember seeing a skate park that's like right on the beach.
Yeah,
Like,
Bondi,
is that it?
probably.
Okay, yeah, because I mean,
There's a few actually, yeah.
Okay, because I just remember seeing it. I was like, oh my god, that's the best of both worlds. Skate
Yeah.
park right on the beach,
Yep.
like virtually, like right in the sand of the beach.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Bondi like started with a mini ramp, and then they built a vert ramp, and both of those got torn down, and they ended up building that bowl and a street course, kind of dodgy looking street course. But the bowl's alright. But they were having the yearly event there, the
Oh yeah, the vision.
Bowlerama.
Yeah, it was done by Globe and the Hill Brothers sponsored that, didn't they?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure they put some sort of sponsorship behind it, but I don't think they were like the ones running it or anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought that's who.
They
was doing it.
they would do a yearly event, Globe World Cup.
Yes.
So they did it
Maybe
with,
that's what I'm thinking
yeah.
of.
So they had a few years, like in this stadium, Rod Laver Arena, down in Melbourne. Pretty big event, like all the big pros would come. So
Yeah.
pretty cool thing for.
Well, they got the Bondi down there too, right?
Yeah. Well, Bondi was like the bowl
Bondi.
thing, and I don't think they coincided or anything, but maybe the Globe World Cup was earlier, and then the bowl thing kind of ended up happening.
Did
So-
you ever skate Bondi?
Yeah, I did. Really like hard to skate, and kind of late in my skating times of just not really putting enough effort into bowls. And dude, some of the guys there, they were shredding, dude. I really just went more to watch and hang out and just get into the feel of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Just be a part of it.
Absolutely. The Bondi contest down there, they always have the best trick, and I mean, I know the Brazilians show up to that too.
Yeah,
They've
they're heavy.
Yeah, the Brazilians, man.
Real hard.
Yeah.
Those guys just destroyed that place.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know those Brazilians pushed a lot of Americans to skate even harder than
Yeah,
they normally would.
for sure.
Higher, faster.
Well, so I mean,
harder.
some of the Americans though too,
Yeah.
like watching Chris Russell. That was kind of one of the first times I'd seen him skate in that bowl. He'd go for a swim, come back, do his whole run with no shoes on and no pads. I'm just like, and then Clay Kreiner, he was killing it too.
Clay, man.
Kickflip 540s in that bowl.
That was amazing. There's a couple of Euros too that showed up that were absolutely. This kid from Italy, I remember, that I was watching. I couldn't pronounce his name, but that kid destroyed it.
It's the one
as
he does
well.
like frontside flip something. I think I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
he did all kinds of flip tricks.
Yeah.
Like everything was a flip trick.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, I know. Kind of lanky guy.
Yes.
He might be like Federico or something, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember his name, but I just remember just going, "Who is this kid?" You
Yeah.
know, like,
He's gnarly.
it was amazing. All right, so you're in Australia. Who was the first pro like from America that you might have saw in a magazine that you
Yeah.
was standing in front of you, and what were you thinking like?
I mean, I went to a few demos when I was a kid, probably 12, 13 years old, maybe younger. I think the first one I saw was either a power demo in at the Unley ramp, and I think it was Lance Mountain, Caballero, Hawk, McGill, and it was a pretty sick demo. And then by the end of the demo, it was kind of over, and Hawk's got his shoes untied, no pads on, and just drops in for a last McTwist. We were blown away.
Barefoot?
Nah, just shoes untied, no pads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
pretty sick.
Was that on a ramp?
I
or
didn't
was
even think I was dropping in on vert yet, and I was watching that, whoa, this is sick,
Wow. Yeah, I was just kind of wondering.
There was
okay.
a vert ramp. And then there was another one, Alva demo, Duncan, Fred Smith, Craig Johnson.
The Alva team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did on a Skateboard World portable half pipe. This thing was tiny. It's probably like 8 foot high, half an inch of vert or something. They were ripping. Craig Johnson just blasting frontside airs.
Yeah, I can see that with Craig. He always went. He always went super high. Yeah,
Right.
Always. All right. Well, when was the last time you were back in Australia?
It's been about 3 years.
About 3 years.
Yeah.
You looking forward to going back?
Yeah,
soon?
yeah, I'd like to.
Yeah.
I want to catch up with the family and friends and stuff for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
It's this COVID bullshit. It's had it shut down. It's been pretty crazy over there for a while.
Yeah. All right. So let me ask you. We've got all of a sudden. You know, you're getting more respectable. You're learning all the tricks. You're doing everything. Obviously, you had to be. Danny Way shows up and sees you and starts talking to you. And you guys, is that your first time that you started being friends with Danny that time?
Yeah, kind of. Tuss was obviously already friends with
Right.
Danny, Tuss and Band. Well, the first time I saw Danny live, him and Chris Miller came over to do a demo. I don't know if it was just a one-stop thing, but for some reason, like, they let us do the demo too. And
I was gonna ask you that.
yeah, and just ended up hanging out with those guys, and it was pretty fun.
With Chris Miller.
Showed him around a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figured that. That's usually the case when you go on tour.
Yeah.
You know, I know I went on tours, and you know, you're always like, hey, you kind of find the best kids around and drag them in and say, hey, come skate with us, and
Right.
you know.
What do you got around town here? What's the local scene looking like?
Exactly. All right. Let's see. All right. So Danny comes out and tries to persuade you at that time to come back to the U.S. Is that the first time, or was there another trip in between, or?
It wasn't actually Danny. Tuss actually
Oh.
was like, "You got to come to America," and I was like, "All right, why not?" He's like, "You can stay with me." I was like, "Sweet." I don't think his roommates knew that he was inviting me over, but worked out all right.
Oh, where was that at? Where did you first come? You came to America. Your
Carlsbad.
first time? Okay, you were here in San Diego then.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Chestnut Avenue, Flores residence. You met Rich Flores?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just moved out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
it was-
Rich and I go back to the Duff's days, actually.
Nice.
So, yeah. Now he's a full-time comedian.
Yep.
And he was a full-time comedian even at Duff's, man.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Some of the funny stuff I saw there.
He was born to do that.
He was.
Yeah.
I remember when he quit. I guess you could say he quit. And the owner asked him for his laptop. And he goes, "You want this laptop?" And he seriously threw the laptop over like this fence onto the ground, and the thing just exploded. He goes, "Okay, you have it."
There it is. That's amazing.
And I just sat there and looked at Rich like, "Oh my gosh!" And the owner just walked away, man. That was after actually Lawrence owned it. These other guys, Canadian guys, moved in and took over it, and
Duffs?
yeah.
How many hands
Yeah.
did Duffs end up going through?
How many what?
Hands did Duffs go through?
Basically like 4.
It started on the dwindle, didn't
Yeah. Well, it actually, Rocco was a partner.
it?
And Pear was a partner.
Okay, so it came out of Edney's kind of.
Well,
No?
yeah, it was another, I don't know, it was another pair. And Rocco pretty much was financing it. There was another guy, Lance, and then Lawrence was in it. And then Lawrence ended up buying everybody out, and then he took it. So, anyway, and then the Canadians took it. And then after the Canadians took it, an English distributor bought it from them, and then he sold it to some other like chain stores that are chain shops, I guess, that are in all the airports around the world.
Does it still exist?
So it is in Europe.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's still going in England.
Crazy.
So anyway,
I had no idea.
yeah.
Yeah, so the Flores family. Shout out to the Flores family. Amazing people.
Yeah.
Chestnut Avenue.
Hey, Rich is, I know, man. I feel bad because I always keep telling Rich, yeah, I'm going to go see you, because he's in comedy clubs all around,
Yeah.
San Diego and LA and stuff. And
I've seen him a couple of times. He's
man,
good.
yeah, he's great. I still go skate with him. We call each other and we'll hit the pump track or whatever
Nice.
together. So he's still doing it,
Sweet.
even through all his medical issues and everything else. He doesn't care. He's still skating.
Still got the drive.
Yeah, still doing it. So
I've been trying to get him in the water for a surf, but yeah.
yeah,
He does surf, but we haven't met up yet.
yeah. Well, that'll be good to go when you can get him in the water.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
All right, Rich, if you're watching this, call me, buddy.
I'll call Rich and I'll remind him.
Yeah.
I'll make sure, because usually we go out on Thursday mornings. That's when we usually go out and skate. Yeah, Thursday morning, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, we'll meet and we'll skate for like an hour and a half or whatever, and then
Nice.
there's
Have
a
to
bunch of guys show up. A lot of older guys do. Billy Ruff's doing his thing, I think, on Monday or Tuesday now.
Nice.
So everybody that was doing it on Thursday kind of gravitated over to the Monday morning or Tuesday morning skate. So
I'm getting older now. I might be able to get in one of those sessions, huh?
yeah, man.
Let's do it.
It's still fun, man. I mean, we still have a good time. Everybody still harasses everybody about everything, so it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Okay, well, all right. So Danny wasn't the first guy. I thought Danny was the guy that convinced you to come over. I don't know where I saw that at, but it's I was just thinking, like, what you think. Like, I remember when I first turned pro and stuff, and I'd see the pros and stuff, and they're like untouchable.
Whole
You know,
different
you
level
can't
of
even-
skating, dude.
Yeah, you can't talk to them. You just sit back and look up, like, oh wow,
Yeah.
And I remember that even at Carlsbad, and that goes back to like '76.
Yeah. Wow.
When I saw the cool guys, the big guys, and
Yeah.
I was just a little grom kid riding around,
Who are you looking up to?
Back then, oh shoot,
Porter Johnson.
yeah, I mean it was Torger, Logans, you see the Logans there, you see like Laura Thornhill cruising around and stuff, Ellen O'Neill, and
Was that level just way beyond? Like what?
it was just totally different.
Yeah.
A lot of that I think had to do with just the fact of like I don't know.
Right place, right time in a camera.
Yeah, that's that.
Right?
Yeah.
Right place, right. Like how much in Australia, like all those guys that go off that never made it here, but in Australia, your magazines captured it all, and they had a nice career while they were in Australia, right?
Yeah, I mean there is no career in Australia, but if you get a photo in the magazine, it's cool, I guess. But most people didn't even want to bother pursuing it to
Because
this
people are so laid
to this
back.
level. You know what I mean? It was. I just
Some of the other guys that were up there at the Carlsbad time where you were looking at them was like Mike Williams, and he was like Bobby Piercy. That was another one. Like these guys just grabbed the spotlight wherever they went.
Yeah.
The underground guys like Gunner and,
Yeah.
and Tate and all those guys.
I can't say I ever remember seeing those guys at Carlsbad. I'm sure they were there.
No, 'cause they were skating the Kona Bowl
yeah,
out here in Escondido.
exactly.
is this pre McGill's? Like when it
Oh,
was
yeah,
just
yeah.
the concrete
yeah.
parts?
Yeah, it was.
How
way
was that
pre-
skate park?
Back then it was just moguls.
I don't even think I've
They
seen
were
a
just-
picture of it.
Oh, yeah, there's still pictures of it, but it was all moguls and stuff. And then
Yeah.
it had-
There was a clover, a small little
One-
3-foot clover in the back corner. That was my home park for a while.
Nice.
Had a really lopsided bowl, and it was all like you said, it was all moguls. Glendale, which was another Sparks park, was much better. It had 2 pools, right? Glendale had 2 pools.
I don't even remember. To be honest with you, I don't think I ever skated Glendale,
Was that Orange
or
County?
unless I knew the name of it. I don't,
Yeah, because it
like
was Sparks. It was Sparks Goleta,
yeah,
which was in the city of Glendale.
no, Sparks Goleta
Oh, it's in the
is
city of Goleta.
yeah, that's in
Right.
Goleta. That's the Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara area.
So
Oh,
yeah, it's
Santa
just-
Barbara?
Yeah, it was Santa Barbara.
But Glendale's in Orange County, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a little bit, but that's why if I knew the name of the park, I'd remember. But as a kid, I wasn't even old enough to drive, and I would go up there with like our skate park team,
Yep.
and someone else would drive us, and then it was like, like Skatopia. Like I couldn't tell you the city Skatopia was in. but
You guys were lucky. We had to get the train
yeah,
and
we.
the bus.
Yeah, you're right. We don't. Our bus.
Those were far few and in between,
Yeah.
right?
Huh?
Far few and in between.
What, buses?
No, just to get from one park to the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'd just spend the weekend wherever we went.
Mhm.
Just crash on the floor somewhere and then back to school on Monday.
So when you came over here, what did you tell your parents? Like, how old were you? 16 at the time or 17?
21.
Oh, you were 21 when you came over here.
Hmm.
Okay, and you said I'm going to go to America.
Wanted to wait till I could legally drink in the country.
What's the drinking age over there? 18? Isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Okay. All right.
Well, if you would have been a pro during Dave's time, you wouldn't have had a problem because it was 18 then.
When?
If you lived in,
Dave was a pro.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
well, it was 18 in Colorado.
Colorado?
Yeah.
Why did
Hawaii,
they,
they were the last
Yeah.
states to capitulate to the federal government.
Yeah, they held out.
why did they change it?
I have no idea.
Blackmail.
because- Yeah.
They told him you don't change it to 21, we just won't give you your federal highway funds. And a lot of states use that for other things, and so they changed it to 21.
Well, they're like, yep, we'll
Screw
take
your
that check.
freedoms.
So what did your parents have to say about you coming over here? Were they?
They didn't care. They were stoked. Like,
Oh, were they?
go for it, buddy.
Good luck. Good luck.
Get out of here.
That's a smart move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, man. I just think it's funny because I know that, my parents were, I didn't even go anywhere, and they were a little bit reluctant. Let's just say that for me to skateboard.
Oh, yeah?
And try and make a career out of it.
Yeah.
In the beginning, they definitely were. My dad was, you're not going to make a nickel doing that, Go out and go to school and finish,
Right.
So, anyway.
You have to show him otherwise.
I did. Yeah, I did. So I just took the first contest. Basically, I got whacked in the second contest, I made, I think, $250 for winning it. I actually got matched. It was $500. So
Yeah.
my dad was kind of like, okay. And then the next
He's like,
contest,
when's
I
the
won
next one?
$2,000, and then
Yeah.
came home with that. And then they were like, okay, get going.
All right, buddy.
I guess you're okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, then they kind of changed their tune a little bit. So it's got to be like when you came over here. How long did you stay the first time?
I can't even remember. It was a long time.
Yeah, I mean, was it like a few months and then you had to go back, or did you?
I think I had some sort of
Yeah, like
work
a student
visa.
or something.
no
or-
work. I
Oh,
ended
work-
up getting like a work visa thing, and it's a long story, man. The visa shit's all fucked up.
Okay.
But I'm good now. Got a green card, so.
Perfect. I was just, it's just to
They
me.
they don't make it easy for people to pursue their dreams. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, come to America and do it, huh?
Yeah.
But
I don't think
but
it's
yet
just-
we have open borders now, man.
I don't think it's just America though. Like Australia doesn't make it easy on people. Like it's just
Well,
they need to make it's life's too confusing already to like make. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Handbrake someone's project. Like, look, are you legitimate? Are you really trying to do something? All right, cool, go do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can understand in some cases, but we got open borders, so if you were to fly to Mexico and to TJ, you can just walk across.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole policy's changed now. It would have been a better time to come over right now.
Yeah, right now you want to call any of your friends over there and tell them, just fly into TJ, you can get right in, no problem.
Right?
There's people who'll pay, you pay a few bucks too, and they'll get you right in, man.
They're probably giving free Ubers right across.
All right, so when you came in over here, how did you get money? Like, how did you make it? Like in the beginning?
I had done a little bit of saving before I came in, and had some money to like last until. I didn't even plan on being a pro skater or anything. I just wanted to come to America and skate and just get away from Australia for a little bit.
It's amazing, man, that you say that, because I've just seen so much of your footage, and you're a natural talent. Obviously you got hooked in with the right people.
I had the right
You know?
people around, and definitely put a lot of work into it. But still, there was I mean, it kind of got to a point where I was like, man, I'd really like to make this work, but
too.
that wasn't the plan out of the gate. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, I mean, at what point? I mean, who were you skating with? Like, okay, so if you were with Rich over at the Flores' house, okay, I know he's super
Well,
tight with Danny and everybody.
Tuss and Ben were living there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tuss
so-
and Ben were living with Rich.
Yeah.
Was he married then, or no?
Yeah.
Oh, he was. Okay, so she was still doing it.
Best.
Okay.
They already had their first child,
Yeah, the first what?
Rebecca. They already had their first kid.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Copy okay?
Unreal.
She was maybe 1 or something. 2.
You still reach out and say hi every
Yeah,
chance you
I
get
go over
then?
there all the time. They do
okay.
Sunday barbecues at the front lawn.
Oh my gosh! All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to come over now.
I'm still super good friends with the whole family.
All right. Well, that's amazing.
Yeah.
All right. So now I guess my whole thing is I'm driving out right now is you're 21 years old. Most kids that are 21 years old don't have a clue as to trying to get and you being foreign too, trying to get a job, trying to make money, trying to.
I wasn't getting a job. I mean,
Okay.
I was just
You had a little
skating.
bit of savings though,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, it's really hard to be able to keep working, keep doing, keep going, and I guess it's just because the people.
Well, I was plugged right in, and Tuss and Ben were already pro.
Yeah.
So it's like they're skating every day. So all I'm doing is just going skating with them.
Were you skating at the XYZ or the DC ramp at that time?
It was the Plan B ramp.
Oh, really?
The Miramar Road one, yeah.
No way.
So it was
'Cause
96.
I was at that location every day.
It was 96.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh no, never mind. 96, I was gone.
You were?
Yeah.
I was gonna say I didn't remember
yeah.
seeing you there.
Yeah, okay. Because I was there. I left there in 95,
Okay.
actually, and I started working for Tubbs.
We went like this.
Shoes, yeah. We just missed each other at that point.
Yeah.
And that's when Jake was there,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, that's when
Jimmy was there, right?
I'd first met Jake around that time.
Yeah, because I got Doomy to come in there and work it and do that. And then he started to run the warehouse with Matt.
Yeah.
And then Matt moved to Chicago, and then Doomy was in charge. So anyway, okay, well, just we just missed each other at that point.
Another
Yeah.
amazing human.
Yeah, oh yeah. You know what? There's just like a
Shout out to Doomy.
Shout out to Doomy. I've given Doomy a shout out, I think, in just about every
Yeah?
show so far.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, last show, well, Lance's show as well.
Yeah.
Told Lance make sure he takes care of Doomy before anything,
Nice.
But anyway, okay. All right, so we're here in America. We're working along. What was your impressions when you came here? Came from Australia. Now you're in San Diego, and was it like
Amazing.
still a lot the same? I mean, you left beach area back there. You came to beach area here, right? I mean,
Yeah, I mean it's just the culture shock of like going to a Circle K and like look at all this candy. And like everything's different.
yeah,
And people's accents, food, just I don't know. Now I'm hanging out with people that get paid to ride skateboards, so they don't have jobs. Like that is their job. So
yeah.
that doesn't exist in Australia. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. I mean, were you hanging out with Hensley much?
not
Did you
really.
see him? No.
I'd seen him here and there, but yeah.
I don't remember if Matt had already moved to Chicago at that point or not, but I know he's like super tight with Flores too.
Yeah.
With Rich. So
I've definitely run into him a few times.
okay.
Good guy. Shout out Hensley.
Well, hopefully Hensley will be on here with Steve Ortega in I don't know, probably in next month.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, he's gonna come on. They're coming up with a collab board right now.
Nice.
So, Ortega kept hitting me up like, Dave, we gotta do it.
Yeah.
And I just ran into him the other night, so he was all hot and ready to go again. So
Perfect.
anyway, so here we are. All right, so I'm trying to think of like, okay, you started your contest. When did we turn pro? When did you turn pro? Where was the first event? Or did you just were you given a skateboard? You were riding for blind?
I think I went in one of the Vans. Not Vans. Vancouver Slam City Jam.
Really?
Got last place.
Holy crud!
Had no business being in the contest, but
What year was that? Do you remember?
Tuss talked me into going into it, so I was like, "Oh, you said I could go in? Might as well." Last place. See ya.
So what contributed to that?
Huh?
What contributed to that? Why did you get last place? You shouldn't have got last place.
I was not pro status yet. You know what I mean? I should have been going in amateur contest.
Okay.
I didn't even think I went in an amateur contest.
Wow.
I didn't even know if there was any. There probably was.
Oh yeah. There's been
Castle was at
Yeah.
that time.
there was a ton of contests going on at that time for amateurs, like with all the parks and everything else. You just probably you were hanging out with all the pros, so
Right.
you know,
Try to
amateur contest. Yeah.
Try to skip
So,
that.
Once again,
Bad
Tuss,
idea.
Tuss is the one that talked you into that, huh?
I think so.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Wow. Do you remember the year? Was that like?
It might have been
Like-
96 or 7.
Wow. Okay. All right. So that was a year after then.
Like I just learnt 540s and had a couple flip tricks I could do. That's about it.
Well, back then that's still quite a bit.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you're doing a 540, you're doing a 540. I mean, McGill came out in that like 10 years probably earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
So
but still, you know, I mean, there's a lot of guys who never ever learned that. I'm trying to figure out like, okay, because you were skating, doing the contest scene in 2005. I mean, I know you won that contest. and that was
2005.
in China.
I
Yeah.
don't know, maybe. You know more than me.
Well, I did a little bit of research. You got second place, and that one might be. Hold on, that might be frozen there because
I grabbed it from the front.
it's been bashed. Be careful opening it.
You said from the back.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Here, I'll trade you.
Yeah.
Good looking.
But anyway,
Up in the can game.
yeah.
Straight.
Green Flash hooked us up. So
Shout out to Green
Yeah.
Flash, but they I think they moved to Wisconsin or something, didn't they?
yeah, they did, man. Thanks to Matt.
Yeah. Shout out to Matt,
He's our first sponsor right
Yeah.
here, man.
my very first beer sponsor. Man, love
That's
you.
our first
Love you, Matty.
regular sponsor.
So I got that. I got the NSA finals in '96 up on. I don't know if you're in it, but you were talking
Oh,
about this one.
I wouldn't have made the highlights on this. No way.
You never know.
Unless there's a slam.
What's it to slam?
I think I might have slammed.
Well, I was going to get up to that because, all right. So anyway, we went into skateboarding. You've gotten pro. I'm already kind of passing and going right into the mega ramp now. Okay, how did we get started on the mega ramp? How did that
you
get
need
there?
you need to get Danny Way on the show because he invented the damn thing.
Yeah.
You almost killed me, Danny.
Oh no, I'm not gonna do that to Daddy, man. I think you almost killed yourself. I can't put that
Danny
kind of
was just
blame
the
because
inspiration
hey,
to it, that's
you know
all.
what? I saw Danny slam and it was second gnarliest slam that I've seen on that ramp. So he definitely paid his dues on that as well.
Yeah.
But where's P2 at?
It's up there. The
Because,
people are seeing it, but we're not seeing it in
Okay,
the studio yet.
people are seeing it. All right, so everybody out
Knock
there,
your shoes off.
everybody out there, here's the thing. All right, mega ramp. Okay, these guys are looking at a picture of that thing that drop in. Okay, I want to know because I actually went to Burnquist's and I saw his. Okay, and I looked up that thing, and that thing is retarded.
Yeah.
Like
There you go.
how fast are you dropping into that? Like that is absolutely insane to me.
You can take your time. You don't have to drop in straight away, but you can drop in real fast if you want.
What do you mean? What the hell are you talking about? There's like
How
one
many feet
drop,
is that
man.
drop in 60 feet?
No, it's got to be more than 60
How many
feet.
feet is that?
It's got to be more.
I don't know what that
Like-
one is.
How? I mean, you know, I see the DC on it, but like, how fast are we talking about? Are we
I
going
think-
50, 55 miles an hour?
I think Danny might have had someone clock it with a radar gun. It was like 35 or 40 or something.
Oh, really? 35, 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, I think so.
Down that thing.
What size wheels?
That's it, and you're.
I don't know if the radar gun was broken or what, but I think that's what it ended up being.
Okay, because to me, man, it looks a lot faster. So are you riding bigger wheels when you're doing your mega ramp?
Yeah.
I mean, what wheels
It's-
are we
it's-
riding?
it's-
What
it's a-
trucks?
The wheels aren't that much of a issue compared to like the trucks and the board.
Okay,
The trucks are 215s,
okay. So you're riding the real wide ones.
yeah, and then the board has a longer wheelbase.
Okay, so we're looking at like a 34-inch board. Is that? Or
I don't know exact dimensions, but it's like an extra inch of wheelbase or whatever.
okay,
18-inch wheelbase?
17 probably.
Well, what
17, 18. Yeah.
I think I was riding like 14 3/4 on vert, so it's maybe 15, 16 inches, maybe.
Wow, you were riding 14 on vert?
I think.
Wow.
14 3/4.
That seems small, does it not?
Maybe it was
Not
15.
to Dale, it's not.
No, I'm sure it does. to
Might have been
that, too,
15
man.
3/4. I don't know.
Right.
I have to measure it.
Have you ever skated when you were skating this thing? I mean, was wind ever a factor when you're sitting up there that tall, that high? Did you
Yeah,
ever
for
feel
sure.
like, huh?
Yeah, you could get a super gust of wind right there and probably not make it across the gap.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Like, I know Danny had experienced that when he was in China,
Yeah.
when he jumped the Great Wall.
Yeah.
I remember doing that, but I just didn't know if you ever had any experience where, you know.
Yeah, you get a good gust of wind can just mess up whatever you're trying to do on that.
I mean, how much respect do you have for Danny breaking his leg the first day at the Great Wall of China, going back the next day with a broken leg, shooting up with cortisone, and then jumping it just because his sponsor put up $1 million to do all that.
It's unbelievable. Like, yeah, he
And then
could.
to jump that thing with a broken leg is pretty insane. And make it, exactly.
He really like had no choice, right?
I guess not.
And he's Danny, so of course he's gonna do it. But fuck, imagine all that pressure. Like, oh man, I just broke my ankle or whatever. I think it was his ankle.
Yeah.
And then you're like, can we wait a week or two? Like, no, dude, we're taking it down tomorrow. Like, this is it, buddy. Fuck.
Oh my.
Where's this at? Where's this?
I don't know.
That looks like China.
Was it?
It looks like China.
Because, you know, originally they didn't build the ramp high enough.
Yeah, he's got an extra
Remember
rolling
that?
on top.
It was too short, and that's why he couldn't clear the gap. So they had to go up like another 7 feet, and they had to build it up like really quick and to do it again.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That could be the Great Wall picture. I pulled this picture, and the reason I did is because it is so big.
You know, there was
I wanted people to see, like, if you looked up that thing, it looks like a mountain.
Did
you know?
Did you guys hear the story of the mountain biker that tried to jump
No.
the Great Wall?
No.
Supposedly it was cursed, like he died.
Really?
R.I.P. But I don't.
Wow.
I think it's a real story. But so yeah, like maybe there's a couple of people who have tried to jump the Great Wall before and then it didn't end up too good. So
I just know, like, the wind up there is just howling, and I know it's just super, super gnarly.
yeah,
But, you know, just that drop in alone, man, would... there's no damn way I would do anything like that. Of course, maybe 30, 40 years ago I might, but nowadays, like...
in your heyday with the right board, you would have done
I
it.
might have.
Yeah, you would have
I
done it.
might have done it then, but
Yeah.
when I was at Burnquist's and I looked up at that thing and I saw how big it was, man, I was just like amazed.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't believe anybody. And then on top of it, what's that little girl's name who's 12 years old?
Skye Brown.
Skye Brown, yeah.
Oh yeah.
12 years old. Dropping in on this ramp, people. Okay, just take a look at that as a 12-year-old little girl. And I'm sitting there like, I'd never do it. This little girl.
She's
is wearing,
amazing, dude.
She's wearing a dress, too, a little skirt when she was doing it. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, man.
You're like,
It's on YouTube. You guys can look up Skye Brown. You can see her. But amazing 12-year-old little girl doing it.
man.
But
Will you watch her skate live? She's insane.
yeah, I know, man. Like, the prodigy right there. Like, unbelievable. I don't know.
Who's that doing a Christ there? Is that me bailing?
That's you bailing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to show, like, what you go into. Okay? From, from that drop in.
That's in
over
Germany, dude. I knocked
Yeah.
myself out and they wouldn't let me skate the contest.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to say that, but
Do you know that story?
I do. I read
do?
the story.
I know.
And you
Oh, yeah?
got really upset about it.
Yeah, I was
I
pissed.
don't know.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Go ahead. Tell the story.
This was the year when X Games was doing the 4 stops like worldwide.
Right.
I think this might have been the 3rd stop, and I knocked myself out just on like basic 360 ollie. Thought I had it. Woke up on the flat. Couldn't really stand up for about 5 minutes, and then they're like, yeah, we just introduced this new rule. Like if you get knocked out, you can't skate or you can't go in the contest for like a week or something. I don't know what the rule was.
contest is already gone.
Yeah, the contest is the next day, and I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Let me in the fucking contest. Nope, you done. It's like, you motherfuckers. Like,
So you went all the way to Germany to do it.
yeah.
And so
Had some good beer.
So was-
Hung out with Tom Penny. That was fun. Shout out Tom Penny.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I remember seeing him at Rad Skatepark back in, I don't know, 1990, I think it was. Anyway, so you didn't know you knocked out on this side, on the quarter pipe, did you? I thought it was the gap that you
It
did.
was the gap, but
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
like I slid like face first into the
Right.
quarter pipe.
Yeah, I actually had that picture, but I didn't bring it up.
Oh yeah.
I just was like, that's too much of a bad memory right there.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
not-
you were gone.
I'm not too stoked because I
You know?
just got the 720 ollies down, and I was like, dude, I can
Oh
win
my
this
God.
contest. Let me in the contest. I'm gonna win it.
I was gonna.
Nope. You're out.
And they told you the day when that happened to you that the rule had just gotten changed.
Yeah,
they
they
gave you
just-
no notice.
I don't know if they like
Made it up.
started the rule right after they saw the
So,
way I was walking, or
so you were one of the first guys to do mega ramp. It was like you and Danny and Burnquist. Who else were like kind of the forefathers, would you say, of this sport? You know what I mean? They should be recognized.
I mean, it was the first few years. It was for sure just Danny contest. You know what I mean? And everybody we were just there to the fluffers, like trying to get second. And and that's the truth. But so for him to even have a contest, you needed more people in it. But I can't remember how many people there were. The first couple, there wasn't many, like 10 or something,
Less than 10.
maybe.
Yeah, I didn't know if you remembered who those guys are. Just to
I know Buster Holderman was in it.
okay.
Bucky was.
Buster Halderman.
Yeah, Buster was skating the first few.
Yeah.
Bucky
What?
was skating them. PLG,
I could see PLG
And-
doing it for sure.
Andy
too.
Mack,
Okay, Andy Mack.
Bob, Danny, myself, Rob Lorifus.
I heard that name a long
Yeah.
time.
Who else was in it?
I'm blown away. Bucky was. I mean, Buster was in that. Halderman.
Yeah,
That's
Buster
incredible,
was
man.
ripping, dude. I think he was doing lane 360s over the gap. and,
I
like,
think
you know, he just-
Buster is the best skateboarder who didn't get what he deserved as far as notoriety goes.
one of the cleanest, smoothest
was-
operators.
He was absolutely
So
all of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Buster was, I mean, incredible.
but one of
I
the
mean-
best to watch for the eyes. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason he was riding for Chris Miller's squad, right? Smooth operator.
Yeah, man. I would like. I want to get Chris Miller in here and talk to him about that.
That'd be cool.
You know, because I remember skating the ramp at Tony Mag's house when Planet Earth was part of H Street, and Buster was there, and he always skated in that barn ramp. So he was,
Yeah,
he-
I think that was his ramp.
yeah, it was
Yep.
at that time. But then Tony, when he came out and stayed here, and he skated with Mag and Miller and stuff, man. Like honestly, it was like Chris and Buster were one and the same.
Yeah,
And I almost think that Buster was even
a little more progressive. Like, wasn't he doing
Oh, totally.
the overturned nose grinds?
absolutely yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's still an insane
There's a
trick.
lot of stuff that he did that Chris came back and did too.
Right. Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Chris took a lot of his tricks
For
that I
sure.
remember right, man. But,
Yeah, probably.
Chris already had all his stack of tricks,
Yeah.
and then Buster would bring his new ones in. Chris would get them. Buster would go home, and then Chris would show them to the world.
Right.
But man, yeah, that guy was amazing, and I just don't think that, like I said, he got the notoriety that he should have gotten as a pro skater.
Well, yeah, he had a good run. We had fun doing contests and stuff. I
Yeah.
hung out with Buster a lot. And he's doing great now with this
Oil.
biofuel
Yeah.
thing.
Biofuel that
Yeah.
he's doing.
That's
yeah.
amazing that he's doing that type of work for this planet, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
He's been doing it for 25 years that I know of, a long time.
Vegetable oil,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
fries, and everything.
hey, whatever it takes.
pretty
man.
amazing, dude. Like,
Yeah.
pretty amazing.
Chimichanga burrito. That's
Yeah.
the
So
first one.
so when you were skating that ramp, what was the first trick? What and you decided to drop in. I'm just talking mega ramp.
The
'cause
mega
it
ramp?
freaks me out. So because that thing is so big. Okay. What's the first thing you think of? Like, okay, first I've got to hit a 4-foot wide little ollie with a quarter pipe thing, little
Launch ramp looking
launch
thing.
ramp, right? At 40 miles an hour. I've got to clear 70 feet, okay? Land, and then I got to go into a 30-foot quarter pipe with about 60 miles an hour speed, right?
That first time hitting the quarter pipe, you like better check your pants after that. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I
Yeah.
want to hear it from you.
Yeah.
You know, like what? I mean, like what did people say? Just like try and ollie it. Excuse me.
I can't even remember, like, but
Just a backside air.
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean,
just don't die.
I can
Basically.
see that. I mean, I watched Skye Brown when she did her first run, and she dropped in and did it. I'm just bringing it up because it was the last video I saw. But it's also a 12-year-old girl,
Yeah.
and all she did is she hit that thing, and then she just launched.
That's it. That's it. Elliot's, right? And
Yeah,
It's
that's
kind of a mini mega, like kind
Yeah.
of. She no problem could ride the regular one too, though.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know, man.
She was, but anyway, yeah, she just launched herself.
She'll probably be going in
Like-
the guys contest, taking them out here pretty soon.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just saw her do it, and she just like left her board behind, and she just shot out like a little bullet
Yeah.
across that gap.
You just want to make sure your body makes it, right?
Yeah, and then after she landed it, then she slid out on her knees and her elbows, and then just like all the way across,
Yeah.
and then she walked back up there and got her board, went back up, and then the next time she ollied over it with her board, and then threw her board at the last minute. You know, like,
Yeah.
which is kind of the dumbest thing ever because you get more hurt when you do that kind of stuff than when you try and make it. But she actually made it on a third or fourth try, you know, that part of it. And then she was like going up and doing 5 foot, 6 foot airs on the other side. You know, you could tell she was holding back. And I never saw her actually make the quarter pipe thing, but you know, she did make the I don't know, maybe that's like a 50 foot, 40, 50 foot
I don't know what that one is.
section in there.
Like 30, I think, but
It's hard for
I-
me to tell on it.
I did see her skate there one day, and she made like both gaps, quarter pipe, because Elliot has a gap, a quarter, another gap, and another quarter.
Okay.
I saw her make the whole thing before. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, unbelievable though. But you know, that's the future, and hopefully, if she ever gets a run at it, if that's ever an Olympic event, like what?
It will be.
Yeah, I mean, if that ever becomes an Olympic event, man,
That would
like,
be nuts.
Yeah,
It's-
that would
it's
be
coming.
nuts. Yeah. Well, we'll see. Hopefully they'll keep. But I mean, that's the kind of thing that would keep people involved in skateboarding rather than watching a bunch of people fall. You know, because well, I shouldn't say that because it was only the Americans that were falling like crazy in the last Olympics.
Was it? I can't remember.
Yeah, man, it wasn't good. But I was just kind of curious as to like what you were thinking, what they told you when you did it, because you were one of the first guys to do that stuff. You know,
Oh yeah.
and
Well, there's not much to really. You can get a couple pointers, but like you're on your own, buddy. Like,
yeah, I know. That's just it. Like, whose words of encouragement? Yeah, don't die. You know, like, you know,
Exactly.
Jumping in a pool.
it's like
Hey, you haven't swum yet.
40
Let's jump in the pool.
Yeah.
Let's see you.
45 feet, and if you get hurt, just know that there's not going to be anyone to help you for an hour. So don't bleed out. You know, like.
he's one of my favorite young skaters, Asher Bradshaw, but
Behind you.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think he's skating so much now. But
Adam.
Asher
Oh, Asha.
Bradshaw. Shout out Asher.
Yeah, it's the old Protect.
Yeah, this is
footage.
Protect pool party. Yeah, those were a lot of fun.
yeah.
Yeah, if anybody you guys out there and there's
He-
a contest like that, man, these are the classics, and they are going to have another pool party coming, I think, in November.
They're gonna have an outside one,
No, inside.
inside.
Yeah,
That's-
this is a special one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just got word about it the other day,
Damn.
and it's going to be an invite type thing only, I believe.
Yep.
And it's
be cool.
for I don't remember if it was somebody's birthday or if it's for Vans's.
I think it was something. I think what we had heard was it was something for Van.
Yeah, it's going to be like Van's 55th.
And then it's gone.
Birthday, and then
It's
yeah,
gonna
then
be
they're
Van's-
shutting it all down for good.
Vans' 100th
So-
birthday.
Yeah.
Shout out to Vans though. They're doing a lot for skateboarding well.
Well, you know what? The thing about Vans is they're really smart in their marketing in the sense that they keep all the skateboarders, and they they know to keep those guys because that's where it comes from. Like Quicksilver. Think
Yeah.
about those guys. Those guys were huge. And then all of a sudden they're like the bean counters come in. The first thing they do is cut all the riders. So let's get rid of Tony Hawk. Let's get rid of Kelly Slater. Let's get rid of all these guys.
Oh my god.
And then they wonder why they can't
Let's-
sell clothes anymore.
Let's get rid of the company.
Yeah, I know, man. And I don't know. But ever since they got rid of all their top guys like that, man, see you later.
Mm.
You know, if anything, you want to cut their pay. You don't want to get rid of them, you know. But whoever was running the company at that time didn't have a clue, in my opinion, of what they were doing. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's for them to figure out.
Shout out to that dude who wrecked Quicksilver. Mr. Bean Counter.
I mean, anyway, it's just kind of funny. Okay, so yeah, so what time did like Mega Ramp comes along? What did you think? Like the contests are coming up, and I can, you know, like X Games, they came to invite you in. Like your name got into it. Like how did you have to qualify for that? How did you get into that?
I don't know. I don't think there was even a qualifier. There just wasn't a handful of people that were willing to do it. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
it's like, all right, if you're willing to do it, sign this.
Waiver, huh?
Waiver.
So you don't-
Don't die.
so you can't sue us. Okay, I was just
Yeah.
wondering because I had no idea how people got into all that, you know. 'Cause-
Sign the waiver and you're in, buddy.
yeah, but there's like a lot. There's a lot of kids that are like the street skaters that are really good. They can't get into those
Yeah.
like events and stuff.
Well, you have
Like-
hundreds of street skaters trying to get into like, what are they?
20
Maybe 20 or 30
spots.
people. Yeah. It's a lot tougher.
And some of those guys are probably shouldn't be in it. They go into it, and then there's other kids that are just killing it that could destroy it, but they can never get in.
I
So-
think there is for most of those bigger events, they have a qualification kind of thing going on.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Okay. I don't know. I've got to.
Yeah, you can qualify going through Tampa. Also there's you just have to take the right path.
Okay. Well, that's what.
But it's hard. It's still hard. It's got to be hard.
It should be.
There might only be a couple of spaces for hundreds of people that are trying for it, right?
So what's the best trick you've ever seen? What's the best trick
In life,
that you've ever seen on a mega ramp?
on a mega ramp.
Yeah. What's the most difficult trick? Not talking about the 720 because we know that was the hardest trick ever, but like you know like.
On a mega
I
ramp.
should have pulled that Danny Way clip up, you know, so people could have seen what he did and
Probably,
the kind of
you know,
abuse that it was.
Probably in front of my face was
Yeah.
Danny Way 360 flipping into the quarter pipe. It was pretty insane.
Was that after he slammed and ragdolled that time?
No, this wasn't even in a contest. I think it was in
Oh,
a
really?
Plan B video.
Or DC video?
Plan B.
Oh, Plan B.
I think. Yeah, it was.
Because I remember when they
He
premiered it.
360 flipped from the deck of the ramp
Uh-huh.
into the quarter pipe.
Okay,
It was
that's pretty
It
gnarly.
was insane.
What is that? 25 feet? How big is that?
I think it might be 30.
30 feet. Okay. I'm just trying to get it. So anyway, more on your career. 2005, you got voted Skateboarder of the Year from Transworld.
Vert Skater of the Year.
Yeah,
bro.
Vert Skater. Yeah, no, that's super rad, man.
Yeah,
You know, of all the people that are skating vert, like you had some heavy hitters
It was heavy.
at that time.
yeah.
You know, and they recognized you, Skater of the Year. I mean, that's.
I think it was just from putting out the video part,
Oh, you mean what is it? What if
yeah.
that one? We've got that for you.
Yeah, we do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give me a
Nice.
second.
So.
Yeah,
okay,
it was,
so that was it from there, huh?
yeah, I
Were you skating
mean,
a lot with Colin at that time?
um,
The only reason I ask is like there's a lot of tricks in there that had a little bit of his flair into it as well. I thought
yeah,
when I watched it.
I was mainly skating with Danny. I think Colin was, most of that time Colin was dealing with a shoulder injury.
Oh, wait a
And,
minute. Is this Danny's? Oh, that was Danny's thing.
No. it
Okay.
wasn't. It
Oh,
wasn't.
no?
Yeah, we had it up really briefly, but you transitioned into this, so I put.
Well, that's all right.
Put
No
this
worries.
up. We can put that up.
Yeah.
later. I got it.
Okay.
So yeah, Colin was dealing with a shoulder injury for a
Oh, that's right.
couple of years there. So I was mainly skating with Danny, and I did get to skate with Colin a little around that time, a little before then and after then, but most of the time that I was filming that video, I was skating with Danny. I think,
That was at the DC.
all by myself.
That was at the DC or the DC ramp.
A lot
right?
of the footage came out of the DC ramp.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that was at the old XYZ building.
Yep.
Okay, that was the one.
Progress
Yeah.
Street.
Yeah. So this is you and your vert.
Well, they're already
Back in
seeing
the
this.
day.
Remember, you're on a
Yeah, yeah,
delay.
yeah. No worries.
That's showing Sheffy
Yeah.
right there. Shout out to Sheffy. Sheffy.
Well, Sheffy's gonna come in here too in the next couple weeks.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just
That'd be a
talked to
dope
him.
one.
He was totally into it.
Rad.
So, anyway, and you know, I know, been friends with Sheffy ever since he came out here from New York.
Yeah, Sheffy's the man.
Yeah, there's no question.
How
Such
many,
a
how
good
many hours?
dude.
How many hours a week did you practice at this ramp?
Um,
What are you putting in?
it would end up, I'd probably skate like 5 days a week, like 3 to 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
trying just that maneuver.
Mm.
That.
A lot of times, yeah, or working out what trick I'm trying to do next.
So Neil Mims was
That's in Canada.
listening to all
Mhm.
this then.
Huh?
Neil Mims wasn't he? He was like hanging out at that ramp every day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
So
Shout out to Mims.
yeah, shout out to Mims. So anyway, so this was the video part that got you that, you thought? You think?
Yeah,
As
this is
far as
the
that goes?
only reason that would happen.
Wow.
I don't think I even went in a contest this year. Maybe I did. I can't even remember. I don't think contests really mean much for that stuff.
Well, the only thing it meant was if you won an X Games or whatever, then you get like 10 grand. Wasn't that like the
They were doing
paycheck
They were
back
doing
then?
50 grand for a while.
50 grand for vert? Or was that street?
Yeah, everything.
Was it? Okay. So 50 grand, man. I mean, so I can see why a lot of people were trying to win this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, but this stuff is so technical. It's amazing. You know, and that ramp was, I don't know, I got to skate that ramp a bunch back then. And it was a weird ramp.
Weird
you know?
transitions.
So not the transitions weren't so bad to me. It was just like all of a sudden there's a hole in it or there's like an offset. You got to like,
Yeah.
you know, I ran into an offset and I slammed so hard I was like, I didn't even see it. You know, it's only like 6 inches on the one side and man, I got hammered on it. So
But that's what made it amazing, that ramp. Just all those little bells and whistles.
yeah, they definitely spiced that thing up.
Yeah.
So who is this right here?
Hmm?
Is that you?
Yeah.
That's it. Doing your trick shots at that point.
And tricky.
Yeah. But anyway, no, I just that is some amazing skating back then. And that's in 2005. Then you'd say you came out with that video
I don't
when you
know.
were blind.
Yeah, I think it might have been around there.
Yeah, because
Early-
and it's
Early 2000s sometime.
yeah. So anyway, this is absolutely incredible skateboarding, even at today's standard. You know, there's so many tricks that, you know, people are either like super technical like this. I mean, this is almost like a freestyle part. This is almost like a street freestyle part, which is,
A little bit.
but you know, then throw it up on vert, and then, you know, let's just complicate things a little bit more. So, anyway.
It's pretty fun when you get into the mode of doing these tricks.
Yeah, yeah.
It'd be nice if you could do them more consistent.
And how many guys were actually riding with you at this time in your daily practice? 3 or 4 guys?
Who was your crew?
Sometimes it was just me and the filmer, and sometimes other guys would skate.
Yeah, I remember going into a session, I think it was with Per Luke was there skating.
Yeah.
And Per was there and somebody else. And they were filming and they pretty much were just like, you guys leave, we really want to get this stuff and don't want anyone to see it or talk about it. And we were cool. We were like, oh, we just got here, but we'll split. And we did. You know,
That's messed up.
there's a lot of times, you know,
Shout
I
out to
understand.
messed up people.
Yeah. I mean,
Shout out to the messed up folks.
yeah, I just remember that they were trying to get something on video and they didn't want anybody to see, you know. So
Who are you gonna tell, Dave? Who are you gonna tell?
I have no idea. Nobody. I don't reach out to anybody.
I know you're gonna tell someone. Get out of here.
But anyway, it was just it was pretty funny. You know, I mean, he's a good guy. I have no problem with it. You know. All right, so getting back to the mega ramp and doing the jumps, I just have a lot of questions about it because I mean it's just so gnarly and you know like there's not many people get an opportunity to ever skate it. You know what I mean? You know, it's like who can spend $100,000 building that ramp
Yeah.
in their backyard or whatever.
You pretty much have to go to Bob's or Elliot's house just to
Yeah, and then there was one at West
Woodward West.
Woodward West, yeah. So, but I think they tore that thing down.
That one was sketchy. I think it might have been cursed.
Oh, I know some people who got hurt there
Yeah.
pretty good. So,
Yeah.
but I I don't know. But now there's only like 2 ramps to practice at. I would love to see that in the Olympics, because that would be,
That's
you know,
a wow
that's
factor.
yeah, that's a wow factor, and I think that'd be good for skateboarding. You know, I just, you know, more so than street. You know,
I mean, people love, general public likes to watch people fly in the air, so that one makes the most sense.
I mean, look at snowboarding. You know, and the half pipe. I mean, that's basically what those guys are doing, man. They're going crazy. They're,
Yeah.
you know, they're flying. They're doing, shoot, you know, 720s, and then it's, yeah, then it goes to 1080s, and they're doing everything they possibly can. So
Yeah,
it's
those-
pretty amazing.
Those just never stop spinning.
Well, anyway, hey, can you throw up V2
Yep.
on it? Okay, so Jake, we just want to show everybody
Hmm.
what we've been talking about as far as your fall.
Hold on here a second.
So, I think a lot of people have already seen this or witnessed it, but this is the most
Give me
brutal
1
fall
second.
ever.
Resize.
And it was amazing that you stood up after.
Glad I'm not in a wheelchair.
I know.
How long was your recovery for?
I took a little extra time, about 6 months, I think.
Considering you're full, that's a really fast healing time.
Think so?
And what
Yeah.
broke? What did you break?
I mean, what did he
Didn't
break? Well, he broke everything, wrist,
Mm.
like, starting at the wrist.
Not that much, yeah. Wrist, little bone in the wrist, just fractured 2 vertebrae. That was the main thing that kind of messed me up. Still kind of messes me up a little bit. Got some crazy arthritis in the neck, but
Oh, it was a high vertebrae, 5 and 6.
I don't know. It's right around that level.
Oh, yeah, that's 6 and 7.
Yeah.
That's not okay. So I got it resized. So what happened was we went to it and it got big,
Okay.
and so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to restart it here. As you
Anyway,
can see, I'm resizing it.
So we, you know, we want to kind of give you guys a little heads up as to the commitment. Let's just say that, you know, that it takes, and
100%.
you do win, and when you make it, it's really exciting, and a lot of people do. But when you don't,
Here we go.
there's consequences,
Yeah,
and
second,
Yeah.
well,
delay.
we'll have it up there for a second, or it should be coming up right now.
Yeah, we had to resize
Where-
it.
where you can,
yes.
Where you can see where this is at. Well, tell me about this. Like, you were sitting up on top. What were you thinking? Like, when you go into this stuff, it's like, okay, I'm going to do. I mean, the 720 is, you know, I don't think anyone else has ever done that, have they? Has anybody else done an ollie 720 over that gap?
This one isn't the ollie though. This is the grabbing one. But I don't think anyone's done the ollie one yet.
Okay.
Probably won't be long.
Okay, here we go.
I don't
Now-
know,
now
man.
it'll start playing.
All right. So anyway, this is, you know,
Supported by blind.
your life changes in about 45 seconds right here as all these people are watching. And did you get paid anything extra for this? I mean, when guys go to war, they get extra pay. You know what I mean? I would think sponsors would step up and say, you know what, here it is. But, like,
Oh,
when you go down,
I'm
Wait.
so happy you're with us, man. After that.
My buddy bought me a couple beers, so I did get a come up.
yeah, that's still hard to watch. And I remember when that first came out, you know, like,
Yeah.
you know, the only closest other person, I mean, other than Danny Way taking a super slam on that thing too. I don't know if you ever saw the footage from John Schulte's.
Yeah, the backflip.
Did you ever see
Yeah.
that? That was the most beautiful backflip. Schulte's, shout out, bro.
Shout out to Schulte's.
Yeah, I just want to say that, and you can't find that on YouTube anywhere.
No,
I've looked for Schulte's on there on YouTube, and I think whoever put it up took it down.
he pretty much invented the
But-
mega ramp backflip.
Yeah, that was the most incredible thing I've ever seen, and you just go, oh my God, he's gonna die, and then he just somehow slides it out like
Yeah.
it was unbelievable.
Yeah, he landed perfect. It was insane.
Yeah,
I was
he did.
there.
Were you?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man. And he probably never went back up there again.
I think he might have done it a second time.
You mean another backflip, or he actually tried to do it?
I think he ended up backflipping again.
Oh my gosh, man. Oh, that thing was incredible. So anyway, look at this,
Walking
man.
off.
That is absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then you went straight to the hospital.
It's a surreal moment. No, I didn't. I went out back and had a beer and a cigarette.
Did you?
Yeah.
Beer and a cigarette. And then you went to the hospital?
I think I ended up walking to the hospital. Yeah.
Really? All right, so let's talk about this games then, because in, what was it, 2006? I think that's when you started it, right?
What? This?
2006 was your first year you did it.
The X
Was
Games
it-
or Mega Ramp?
No,
Mega Ramp.
09.
Mega Ramp, 06.
I don't know. Whatever the first year.
Okay, because I see here that you won a bronze in your the first time you were in a contest.
Really?
Yeah. You got a bronze in 2006,
I didn't know.
and
that.
then you got, oh, I'm sorry, I take that back. You got a silver. You got second place in 2006.
Ah.
Okay, and then in 2007, you got another silver.
I think there was more contests before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just looking at the ones that you actually won that they have published.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
They published on it.
Yeah.
You know, they put
That
up
was
on-
my first time winning something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Okay. You got two silvers in a row, and then you got let's see, then you got a bronze in 2008. Okay, so I think did the accident happen in 2009? Is that, or no? It happened in 2008, right? Or did you take a year off? Did you take any time
I didn't
off?
take any. Off,
Okay,
no.
so then you must have got hurt after you won the bronze. So you got third that year that you got hurt. So you must have had
The year I got hurt, I think I got second, and then the next year I got third.
Okay, so then at that point, then it must have happened in 2007.
Maybe.
Okay, so 2007 is when you took the slam,
Yeah.
and then you still got bronze that year. and
Silver. Hang on.
then- okay, silver.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was in
2007.
first, and then
yes, it says
Bob
so.
Bob was the last one to go,
Yes.
and then he went and won the contest.
Did he?
Right. 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 All right. He's like, he can walk, right? Yep. All right. Cool. I'm
Could you
winning.
imagine like having to go after that kind of a thing? You're
Yeah,
just
after
like,
Bob
holy
slammed.
crap, Jesus,
I'll just
man.
stay on.
Yeah.
So anyway, then
I don't know how he pulled that off. Yeah.
yeah, I mean that would be pretty. That's just ballsy, man. Like I know, like.
They should have given me the win for that fall, like 100 out of 100, dude. Come on. What do you gotta?
You got a silver on.
What do you gotta do to win?
I know, right? But then the next year after your fall, you came back and you got your gold at that year, and then you followed that up with another gold. So
Yeah. No, I think I got third the next year, and then
well, then these
two
guys
wins
got it
after
all
that.
screwed up. That's
No,
all.
no, you have the years. No, you're a year ahead.
Oh,
08 was after the injury, and then in 09 and 010 is when he got the gold. So he got a third, and then he got two first.
yeah, I just remember reading about it.
It don't really matter what year is what year, but yeah, that
Well, I mean,
kind
but
of
the
happened.
point is you came back after you slammed like that and won gold the next year, and that in fact you won gold the next 2 years in a row.
No, there was a third place the next year, and
Really?
then two first. Yeah.
07 is when the injury happened.
Okay,
07, 08, right in between those two
Okay.
contests. And 08 was literally after he slammed, right?
Yeah, I got the next year. Danny slammed the next year, and then I think Bob won that one too. Danny got second, and I got third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bob
I'm
was
still
on.
blown away that Buster Haldeman was in that. He's just not that skater guy to me.
It's,
You know,
it's
he's so smooth and so tech.
It's amazing the safety equipment from the first mega ramp
Yeah.
to today's mega ramp where, you know, Burnquist is wearing a full body suit.
Right.
You know, you wear back braces
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
But Jake was wearing a pair of knee gaskets, knee pads, and a pair of shoes,
Yeah.
and a couple of elbow pads, and a helmet.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
let's see what he can do.
So at this point, what?
Basically.
So, I mean, were your parents watching this happen? Did they see all that?
They must have
Remember-
seen it.
Yeah. So they're probably just freaking out, trying to get news on you, and you were out having a cigarette and a beer.
Yeah. My mom and my stepmom ended up coming the next year to the one
Did
after
they?
that. Yeah. So
Oh.
that was pretty cool.
That's all super awesome.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I got to hang out with them. They were a bit upset at me being so drunk, but we had fun.
She's all, he's just like his father.
Right. Yeah. He's even worse.
He got that from you.
Dad said, "Good job, son."
Oh, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm sure they gave you words of encouragement though when they were here, and you know.
That would have stuck. I was super stoked to have them. You know what I mean? Come check it out. Like, it's pretty crazy freaking thing. The stadium sold out. You know what I mean? Mental. Pretty.
Absolutely, man. You got to be as proud as ever.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get into more of that just down the road here. So anyway, yeah. Do you have that picture of him in the what is it, P4?
The hospital shot.
Yeah, that one.
The people
Because
can see it. You
I
can
think-
talk about it.
I mean,
Is that silver?
yeah. How long were you in the hospital? How long did you stay in the hospital after that?
24 hours overnight, I think.
Oh, really? Just
Yeah.
one night?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. And I'm sure you heard from your sponsors and everybody was checking in on you, and you probably didn't sleep for a good 2 days after that.
I can't remember. I think I was just milking the button. You get the button in there.
Get the juice.
And a smile.
Yeah. It's like,
On that fall, you knocked off your shoes, right?
yeah.
Your shoes popped off and they went flying.
They flew
hit
off,
the,
yeah.
Hit the ground and nothing. I go, wow.
Yeah.
His safety equipment didn't even come off, but his shoes came off.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I think I was rocking the laces a little too loose or something, but those things came flying off for sure.
all right. So,
I still have one of those shoes.
Oh,
did you really?
isn't that
Yeah.
nice?
Did
Don't
somebody
do it.
else stole the other one? Like, where's that
Yeah,
one shoe?
actually, they did.
Really?
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Somebody snagged. I got a shoe.
Yeah.
Oh, where were you at anyway? Where was that? Was that in L.A.?
Yeah, that was in the Staples Center.
Okay, in the Staples Center. Jeez, that place was sold out.
Yeah.
I was there that day.
Were you?
Yeah. I was
Wow.
there on the base.
I was up in
Yeah.
the
Base
I was
watching it.
hanging out
I was
in the
going-
rafters.
Oh, yeah.
When it happened,
So you did get a silver right there, man.
I go, God,
Yeah.
Right?
take
Yeah.
care of
You
them.
got a silver. You paid the price.
No
for it.
wonder, dude. It was X Games 13.
Yeah.
Lucky
I see
13.
that.
There you go.
Of
Yeah,
course.
you're lucky 13. So anyway, so you got a broken wrist, bruised ribs, bruised lung,
Fuck.
bruised spleen. I mean, like,
How many bruises? Can
yeah, I know. And a concussion.
Yeah, that's another one. How many
Yeah.
concussions have you had?
Major
Yeah.
concussion. I don't know, man. It's got to be like 10 or something.
Wow.
My memory's pretty toasted from concussions.
So anyway, but the real actual claim to fame came to Jake after that. You got invited to every talk show in America, I think, at that time.
I wouldn't say everyone. I went on a couple.
Well, it seems like it because, okay, you went on Larry King Live.
Yep.
And what was that, for like 15 minutes? And they just said, you know, how are you making out and how you doing now?
Kind of. They put on,
They had to have shown the fall.
yeah,
Yeah.
they made it a whole segment, and there was some car guy that crashed his car and almost died, and me, and then some other guy who almost died doing something else. So it was kind of, they made a little, they almost died segment out
Yeah,
of it.
okay.
Yeah.
They should have died segment. Like, these guys
Maybe.
should be dead,
Yeah.
and somehow they're still with us, thank God, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you did Larry King Live, and then you were on the Today Show.
Today Show, yeah.
Yeah, and that was another one. I mean, you know, you're in the eyes of millions of people now.
Thanks, Bob.
I mean, like,
Yeah, it's pretty strange.
That one's back.
you know, okay. Most Daring TV had you on.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, that's what it said to me, and that's what I read anyway. And I was just like, they highlighted MTV, did a thing on you as well.
Maybe.
And so did Destroyed in Seconds, a TV show. I don't even remember that.
Yeah,
But-
I don't know where you're getting this information from, but
That's just online stuff, you know? It's just online stuff. Man, you know, when I do this, I watch every interview that you do,
alright.
you know, and I read up on everything. I think it's on, like, Wikipedia information
Yeah, you had your
that you
Wikipedia
can do it.
page
Yeah,
yesterday.
Oh yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Pretty impressive.
And, yeah, I mean, just all the contest wins and everything else, and,
Yeah.
you know. But, all right, so let's talk about the 720.
Which one?
The Ollie 720 over the gap.
Ollie, yep.
Yeah. Okay, like I said, I don't think anybody else has ever done that, right?
No.
I don't, you know, so that's kind of your trick.
I was
Okay.
I was the first to get to that one.
Yeah, an ollie 720. I can't even barely do an ollie 180, much less a 720 going 40 miles an hour.
I'm
And you say you had it wired.
No, I didn't. No way. I've only made 2 of them.
Oh, really?
But I was gonna make another one in that Germany contest
Oh, okay.
for sure.
All right.
So,
But you made it and you had to make it, you know?
like the previous 2 contests, I made them. I made one in Brazil. I made one in I think it was Spain, Barcelona. And then this is the 3rd one. I was about to make one there, and they're like, "You're out of the contest."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Fuck." Thanks, buddy.
I hate to say it, Jake, but there's a picture of you, and you were completely out, man.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, but I mean, I woke back up, and it wasn't like the contest started in 5 minutes. It was
I
still,
know, but
it was the next day.
You were out for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. I had a full, like, scabs on my face.
Dude,
Like,
your face was pounded into the ground.
slid
I
on my face all the way to the
yeah.
quarter pipe.
I mean, that's I didn't even put it on here. I was gonna show it. I was
No.
like, I ain't showing that.
You should have showed it.
Yeah. So would you say the 720 is the hardest thing you ever did as far as making a trick?
Yeah, probably.
Was there any other tricks that you made that you were like ever thought like, oh shit, I can't believe I made that? Whether it was like even in a contest or anything.
Probably.
How about off the quarter pipe? After you come up and
Yeah.
hit the quarter pipe. Max, what was your maximum height?
I don't know. It's over 20 feet.
Just like a big method air, backside air, something like that, or
Yeah.
did you have to throw a 540 into it? And,
We usually doing 540s, like just as high as the backside is.
Yeah.
But you could probably, I don't know.
Did you ever make one where you landed like halfway down the ramp or
Yeah.
whatever, or the thing? Really?
Yeah.
You were just like, oh shit, man, I'm way out here, and I still haven't landed. I'm still waiting to land.
Yeah, it's like boom, and like whoa, still alive,
Oh my god.
still
man.
rolling.
I used to hate those where you'd like land 3/4 of the way down.
It's a
and-
little bit different when you're in a
Yeah.
mega ramp and you're
Oh
freaking.
yeah.
You just drop like 20 feet plus 10,
Yeah.
like 15, like you're dropping 35 feet and hitting the.
landing the transition.
Yeah, I've only done a couple like that, but it's real sketchy.
I can totally see how that can happen, man. I mean, watching a lot of those guys do that stuff,
Yeah.
it's easy to see that can happen. One mistake on that thing and you're just done. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
I don't know how fun it is anymore. I think I'd rather go surfing.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
We'll talk about your surfing.
No.
Yeah. But I wanted to say, like, all right, so I think, what year was it? 2004 that you were, like, you won a contest in China. What was that like?
2004.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were doing that was actually a really cool tour. That LG phone company was doing
Is that an Australian company?
No, it's a Chinese.
Oh, okay.
I think actually.
Oh, is that the big one?
Looking
They're-
good.
Okay.
That's LG.
Life's
Okay.
good. Life's
Life's
good.
good. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
Life's good.
And yeah, they were doing they put a bunch of money in to promote their brand or whatever, and they did these stops around the world, and it was like a couple stops in China, Korea, Amsterdam, England, France. Like we had a setup at the Eiffel Tower, and then Germany one. It was like right where the wall used to be.
Okay. In
And
East
then-
Germany?
There was
That-
like some border crossing section. It was like really built out, historical spot or whatever, landmark, I guess. And then the China stuff was. It was just insane.
Did you get to skate like other parks and stuff there too as well? Like, did you
a little
spend like
bit.
a week, or was it just like go to the contest, win it, and
We basically would we just get a couple days practice and then have the contest and maybe like tourist around for a day or two and then.
how many? Who'd you travel down there with? I
Um,
mean, was it a big group, or was
Yeah,
it
it was-
just like?
It was all the skaters that were going to all the contests. Toss, Danny Mayer, Pierre, I think, probably Andy Mack. I don't know, like anyone that was.
Because I mean, China's growing as far as their skate parks and stuff.
Some guys may
Yeah.
not have gone to some of those contests because I remember doing pretty good in a few, and like if some of the other guys were there, I probably wouldn't have done that great.
I don't know, because they would have been sick or done partying or whatever. So
Yeah.
you know,
We were partying pretty hard though.
In China, that would kind of scare me, but
Yeah.
you know, that's. I mean,
Yeah.
like, how were you treated?
Amazing.
Yeah,
I love the people in China. Shout out China.
yeah.
They're super friendly, and yeah, that was some of the being a tourist in that country is really cool. I think.
So you think you probably helped sell some skateboards down there,
I don't know.
basically?
They have one of the biggest skate parks in the world.
They
China.
do. Yeah.
Is it?
Isn't that in Shanghai or
I
something?
think so. Yeah.
And it's like 60,000 square feet or something. It's massive. I've
Yeah.
seen the pictures of it.
We did get to skate that while we were there,
It
but
was really dirty though.
I've
when
been
I
there a
saw
couple
it.
times though.
Was it clean? Do you remember? Was it clean park or because I saw pictures of it and it was just like dirt and leaves and stuff in all the bowls and
Yeah, I'm
You
sure
know,
it gets
so-
windy and stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's a big skate park, but it didn't seem like overly dirty. Like I
okay.
don't know. Been to Australia Park lately?
No,
Stuff
I
everywhere,
won't-
mate.
I've never been there. So
You need to go down under.
Take you with us.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I got an invite from Dave Crabb to come see, to
Oh, nice.
come hang out in New Zealand. So
Cool.
you know, I might have to take him up on that before
Yeah.
my bucket list.
You got to
So,
put that one on there.
Yeah, I mean, Dave will probably be over here in the next 6 months. He travels here quite
Does
a
he
bit
come
too.
here like once a year or something? Or?
Once or twice, yeah.
Is he still
He just-
dealing with skateboard stuff, or what's he doing?
Absolutely. Well, no, you know, he owns a construction company now, and
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you know, he builds like the most beautiful exotic homes in New Zealand.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, like these are all multi-million-dollar homes. So I have a friend of mine who's gonna get a house built down there. He's trying to
Amazing.
move down there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
So
Super cool.
yeah, I was just talking to him the other night. Well, I talked to him about 2-3 weeks ago actually, and he's trying to get his. He's American. He's trying to get his way over there, but because of COVID, it screwed everything up. and-
Yeah. Hasn't been
you know,
easy. I think New Zealand's gone pretty crazy on all that stuff too. So
Yeah. I think they're just as bad as Australia.
yeah.
Yeah, but you know things are loosening up finally. So
Right.
anyway, okay. Well, let's see. Okay, so my next topic. You're a big hit in the video game world too. Did you do some video games? Like, weren't you like a main character in like Danny Way's skate video and stuff?
I had a character in there. I wouldn't say I was like a big
You
hit.
had a video
It was a character.
and a character. It says Jake Brown, and I get to play the game, and I can be Jake Brown.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty freaking amazing.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I need,
So
I need to get that game and play it. I don't even think I've ever really played it.
really,
Yeah.
yeah, man, you might. I don't know how hard it'd be to find a copy now. I mean, that was
Pretty
what,
easy.
10, 12 years ago.
eBay.
Yeah, eBay it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harvard Bay.
Did you ever have to go like?
Offer up.
How did they?
Facebook
Shout out to
copy.
Offer Up, right?
Shout out, offer up.
I got a copy, $1.99 Facebook.
No, but I mean, did you ever have to go like and put on all the wires and everything like all those guys do, and then go skate? Or
Yeah,
how did
yeah.
did they do that for you?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I didn't know if we were skating. I can't remember.
I mean,
But we definitely had to put the suit on with the weird balls and stuff. And
Yeah.
And they were all your joints.
Stand around, yeah, move around a little bit.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, you're an amazing street skater too.
Yeah, in that,
I didn't know you were such a good street skater, man. But man,
can ollie down anything.
you could
Yeah.
ollie down, and you're taller in that too.
Was Yeah, yeah.
I noticed that too. I was
Hey,
like,
cut
"Hey,
that joke.
man, Jake looks
Cut
like
that
he's
joke.
6 foot tall right here, man."
Came off pretty clean.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. I just didn't know, like, I mean, I know you did it, and I mean, to be able to have your own character is, I mean, that's incredible. How many kids play that game and be like, "Oh, who's Jake Brown? Let's get Jake Brown in here," you know?
That is pretty mental.
And then when I thought about it, and I saw all the, you know, the street skating and stuff in it, and I was just like,
You're
"Wow,
like-
I can be Jake. I can skate vert." You know, I mean, it's got cool shit in it.
Yeah,
It was pretty awesome. I was stoked on it.
nice.
So anyway,
Didn't know you were into video games, though.
hey man, you know, 15 years ago, my son was 15. Hey, you know, shout out to David. Hey, David.
Yeah, shout out David.
Yeah, I know he's watching right now. He critiques me every time I do these shows.
Oh, nice.
So
Sweet.
anyway,
Yeah,
anyway,
David.
David's a closet video game guy.
He is.
Yeah.
He used to be, man. He works so hard now.
No, you.
You know, oh yeah, I'm closet. Now David's shaking his head right now, like, no way, Dad. I'm playing Modern Warfare now, and
It's moved
you
on.
know, yeah, he's totally moved on. You know, he's not doing it anymore. But
He's a businessman.
anyway, okay, so during this time, I remember like you were doing a lot of stuff with, and I just noticed your tattoo as well with laced. Are you still talking to Jesse or anybody over there, or
Yeah,
Smolik and the whole bit? You
Yep.
still down with everybody?
for sure.
Awesome.
I just
Yeah.
came from hanging out with Smolik. I hung out with him for a couple of days.
Did you?
Yep.
All right. Well, then you better set it up so you get Smolik in here, because,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm going to talk to him about his old show that he was doing.
he'd probably be down.
I remember he came in one time and he was all, Andrecht, say this. He was with Danny Minnick. And I was just sitting there like, what the hell are you guys talking about?
Was that for this show?
Yeah, it was for his show. And he kept saying, Duh! I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And I never did it. And those guys gave up on me. I was just like, I
Yeah.
don't know what the hell. I don't want to say anything. So, anyway. But, yeah, I would love to get that going. But anyway, I was kind of curious about Monster. You wrote for Monster for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was that? I mean, how did that work out? Did they come to you and say, hey, we want to sponsor you? 'Cause
Yeah.
That's when Monster virtually just about came out
Yeah.
itself as a drink company.
hmm
Oh, they were really new at that time.
Yeah, I was the first skater to rap for him.
You were? Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, because I
That's
noticed.
awesome.
Yeah, I know, man. Another first, but I mean, like, because I remember you had the green claw everywhere. You were dedicated. You know, you always had that hat on. Did you have? I mean, was that like a contract thing
Yeah.
that they did?
You gotta wear it.
Huh?
Kind of gotta wear it, yeah.
Okay, so you were sponsored, and they just said, all we care about is a hat.
Yeah, they just want their logo out there.
Okay.
On your skateboard.
Yeah. On the skateboard, on the hat, whatever.
Did they
Okay.
dictate the spot
Interesting.
where on the board and the helmet they wanted the stickers at?
Nah, I don't know if it went that deep. I mean, if they
I mean, when you
kind of actually, I think. Can't really remember that much.
yeah, from that time, like they were brand new. They probably didn't have.
I think it changed as time went on, maybe.
Yeah, I think probably right. Because now I'm sure they're just like, you know, anything. It's got to be right here, right here, right here. You don't get paid. You know,
Mhm.
they're always looking for some reason to get out of stuff like that, man.
Probably.
Okay. Another thing I saw that was really cool too was your crooked board.
Oh yeah.
That was,
Yeah, that was a blessing.
yeah, man. The Guns, he did the graphic for you?
Yeah, I think he does the graphics for all those boards.
Yeah. But I just didn't know, like, he called you up and said, hey, did he call you up or did somebody else call you? Or
No.
did that come through the blind thing or the world thing? Or
I think I talked to Mickey Reyes maybe, and I can't remember the conversation. It was something like. But anyway, that board ended up coming out of that conversation.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hey, collector board, where's that board at anyway?
Yeah, people see it.
Oh, okay.
There's
Well,
a
you can
delay
see the
for
board,
you.
and if you get your hands on this board, I'm sure it's going to be worth a lot of money in about another 20 years or so.
And Jake-
Actually, another 15 years, especially if it's brand new.
Yeah, I'm
You know?
stoked. I got two of them. There was two different colorways, so I ended up I bought one off eBay. I think it was for like $100. That was a while back,
Yeah.
but so I ended up with one of each of the colors.
You still have them?
Yeah,
Are they here or are they back in Australia?
in Australia.
Good.
There you go.
There you
Okay.
go.
Yeah, but up there now you can
Yeah.
see it. And
Yeah, that's
Only
one.
30-second delay on that TV.
Look,
No
look at
worries.
that! Look at that attitude, Jake.
Yeah, he must have watched me being mad or something. Shout out to the Guns though.
I love the stars on your collar though. That's cool.
Yeah, it's got a little Evil Knievel vibe to it.
So was the
Right.
board you bought on eBay? Was it that color? Because you said there were two color grades.
Yeah, I think there's one white and one. I think I might have got that one or the other one. I can't remember. One of them was on eBay. But stoked to have both. I have them. I probably have a picture here somewhere, but I have it. There's a picture of the Guns smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
One of the homies took it.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
That's like a famous picture.
and he's just sitting at like a little coffee shop at a chair smoking a cigar, and I put one board on each side of the picture, so it's like Guns in the middle of the
Oh,
boards.
cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How
Awesome.
artful is that?
Yeah.
That's super
You know,
cool.
What's his name? A guy from San Diego, Paul Kroninger, whatever. sorry, Paul, but he did a hand painting of that picture you're talking about with Gone Smoking Cigar.
Oh yeah,
Incredible.
nice.
Yeah, it's like it's on Facebook right now.
Yeah,
But yeah, he that guy draws incredible, and he does all the pro skaters and stuff. Amazing
Epic.
work, man.
nice.
So
You gotta see
anyway,
it.
I
You
mean
gotta
that stuff has to take that guy like 50, 100 hours for him to do these pictures, but they are so amazing.
It's like
So-
photorealistic.
Do you
No,
Not yet?
they do all the cool pros.
Oh.
I said.
gotta do the OG.
He does all the cool guys, man. All right. Here's a question, man. I want to ask you, and I want you to think about it. Okay. So, if you wouldn't have left Australia, okay, to come here to skateboard, what do you think you'd be doing right now if you were living in Australia and you never had a skate career?
It's a
You'd be surfing every day.
nah. Well,
You'd been a surfer,
I'd
pro surfer.
probably be surfing by now. I don't know. Dead or in jail, probably.
Yeah, you think?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Surfing.
Yeah, I think surfing would be better.
No, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, I would rather be surfing.
He
Okay.
has it in his DNA.
But if I didn't make,
Yeah.
his
if I,
DNA is all there.
yeah,
Yeah.
The family
oh yeah,
family DNA is
You
shows
should.
up really well in the
We got
skateboarding.
Uncle
Yeah.
Terry,
Yeah.
Bobby up.
What? Right now coming up?
Yeah, it's already.
Yeah.
Oh,
people see
okay.
it.
Uncle
Well,
Bob
all right.
is-
So
is-
these guys forced me to jump ahead a little bit. I'm
But-
putting a picture up right now of
Bobby Brown.
his uncle. Okay, and Bobby was like one of the most up and coming, hottest surfer back in Australia back in the early '60s.
yeah,
And you know, anyway, he had his career shortened. I don't know how to say it, but you know, you come from and I know your dad too. I mean, I don't know your dad, but I know your dad was a surfer as well.
he's still surfing, yeah.
Yeah, and he's still surfing all the time. So I mean, you know, you have a guy. I mean, he was pro. Like everybody gave kudos to
That's
him.
his dad.
Everybody knew how
People
good he
are saying
was.
his dad.
Okay.
Backside on
So-
a good double overhead
Yeah.
wave coming up.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Your dad.
Well over double
Sure.
overhead, but
How's
You
that
know,
style though, with the arms up, like?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby.
Well, there's another way. So anyway, but yeah, you've got a lot of I don't know.
There's some heritage there for sure.
Yeah, there's definitely some heritage there. And then you went in and took over the skate world. They ran the surf. But I was just curious, like, what you think where you'd be right now if you know you hadn't opened up that door to come here. You know what I mean? Like in life, everybody has a door to go through. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They make decisions in going certain places. So I was just kind of like, you know, where do you think you'd be?
There's
Well,
there's my dad surfing,
Yeah, yeah,
getting some. Well, you know, I hate to speculate, but I think I made the right choice by coming here and just doing some positive stuff. So, you never know where life will take you. You know what I mean? It's every day has a new opportunity for different things. You know.
All right, so let me ask you this then. What kind of advice would you have for the kids that are sitting in Australia or New Zealand or Europe or South America or anything to kind of follow your track? I mean, as far as like leaving where they came from with virtually nothing and coming here to America and starting out. Like you actually had Flores, Rich, to help you, which is amazing. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I know Rich, and Rich is amazing. I got to work with him for years, and we've been friends for 25, 30 years ourselves. You know, but I couldn't imagine myself like leaving to go to Australia to be a pro surfer. You know what I mean? And,
Right.
and not knowing or having anything to go over there and just like packing up and going.
Yeah,
It's like
that could be tough, but I mean, you're gonna meet people if you're a skater, surfer, or whatever. You're gonna meet people that come to your town first, and then you'll make those connections. You know what I mean? It's gonna,
That's how it worked for you.
and if it's something in your heart that you want to pursue, like you're gonna keep going at it, and you'll get to the point of the next step is to go to wherever it's happening. You know?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Just I mean, it makes perfect sense, but I mean, I got a lot of respect for you for opening that door and going through it, man, and taking the risk that you took. Even though at 21 you really didn't know, you know what I mean?
How
Like,
much did you
what
have
was
in your
going to
pocket
happen.
when you landed in America?
That's a personal question, buddy.
Kind of like $200 or something small to start out with to make you famous in this.
Again, it's a little personal. No, I was lucky enough to have a decent amount of money, but it wasn't crazy, but enough to last for a little while, so that was
Yeah.
good.
Okay, well, I mean, you know,
It
back
allowed
then,
you to focus and do your
Yeah,
thing, right?
exactly,
That's what
exactly.
I was trying to get at. Because if you come here with a little bit, you're like stressing on,
Yeah.
I gotta get food, I gotta get a place.
I mean, you can't just show up with $50 and expect the fucking shit to happen. Like,
yeah.
there's no way.
That's a fairy tale.
Well, I mean, you know, one thing too, you got to keep in mind too, the Australian dollar is like what, 1 in 7 to a U.S. dollar, or no, I'm sorry,
70 cents.
70 cents.
70
I'm
cents.
sorry. Yeah, it's like 70 cents to a dollar.
Yeah.
So you lose a lot of money just walking into the door.
But
here,
also,
you know?
stuff's a lot cheaper here. Like,
Oh, is it?
yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
So
Oh,
you
well,
actually
it's just
gain
'cause
a
it's
lot of
not-
money too.
Because it's not taxed as much. Is that what the difference is?
Well, Australia's just this
So-
little island, dude, and they've.
It's not a little island.
I mean, it's the world's biggest
Yeah,
island, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's the world's
Yeah.
biggest island.
Everything in.
Yeah.
But basically, they have full control over. Like, it's pretty corrupt. Like, they are taxing the shit out of everything that comes into that country, and they the control over there is just a different type of animal.
Yeah.
You don't have the border south and the border north where you can.
Right. You just got water.
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Big sharks.
they
Aborigines. You know, it's all over there.
yeah. The only thing I can only put it down to, because stuff costs a lot more there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a packet of cigarettes is $50. It costs $10 here.
What?
A-
How much is a board? Just the board.
A
itself?
skateboard, like
Yeah.
it's pushing like 300 plus.
For just the blank.
Oh no, for a complete board.
For a complete board, it's
Yeah,
still a lot
so you can
more.
get it here for like you can get a board set up for
$100.
just over 100,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's like triple the price.
Yeah.
Pair of shoes, probably the same thing.
It's all taxes. Because I know when you ship stuff over there, man.
Yeah.
Plus shipping.
Yeah.
Shipping right now is ridiculous too, man. It's 4 times as much it used to be.
Yeah.
Shipping is what's really raising the price of a lot of stuff that
Yeah,
goes
they're
overseas.
not making it
Did
easy.
your dad talk a lot about Bobby when you were growing up?
Not that much, really. Like we just always saw the photos hanging up, and we'd ask like, "Who's that?" Like that was your uncle. Like he passed away. So he did it was a tragic bar fight when he was 21. He was killed in. So I think it may have been before I was even born. Like he was already gone. So we didn't even get to meet him. So there were,
He was an amazing surfer, and
yeah,
the stuff I read and the photos I've seen and the surfboard. I picked up a surfboard just a couple months ago, and I sent you the picture.
yeah.
It's amazing, and
That's one of his signature boards, huh? Did you
Yeah,
did
there
you
was-
drop that at GNS?
I dropped that off at GNS.
Yeah.
I made sure I bought that and got it for them. And
That's so
and
cool.
It's number 8, and so it was during the latter part of his career.
Yep.
He was basically going to be the next, when Nat Young and Midget were basically saying this guy is going to be the best.
Yeah,
He had the most style, and when I knew and heard all about that, I said, and I wanted to tell you, and I just went, Jake has everything that his uncle had. He had all the skills and the technique and the drive, and you still do. You're
Yeah.
one hell of a person to
Thanks,
do
brother.
the stuff that you've done.
Thank you.
And the skateboarding deserves to realize that.
I
Absolutely.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
I wish I got to meet Bobby and hang out with him, but at some points, almost feels like maybe he's still here, But
Yes.
did he ride that board?
Yes.
He did.
Um,
I went. I saw it. I
If
went.
he did or not, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Because we don't have any. I don't know if there's any pictures of him, but it's such a unique artwork on the top of the board,
Yeah.
and it's
It's got a strange kind of.
V.
well, it's a step deck kind of V bottom,
Right.
single fin.
Yeah.
It was kind of a Bob McTavish,
Hmm.
Bob McTavish kind of design, Midget Farley,
Yeah.
during that time, and it was amazing that how unique it is.
I've talked to Nat Young a couple times. He comes out to that Oceanside Surf Museum, and
I remember I had you there that day with him, and
Yeah.
you were able to talk to him.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
yeah, that was cool. Yeah. So luckily, yeah, got to run into him a couple times. I remember him visiting the house like when we were younger, actually. Come to say hi to my dad.
Nice.
So there's a family connection there.
Okay, you got any final like shout outs you want to give? Anybody you want to thank other than Jake?
I need to ask you a couple questions.
No.
How about the Andrecht? How did that come about?
Well, real quick, that came about me trying to learn a backside air.
Yep.
And I was doing it on a little quarter pipe that I built in my backyard. And I kept doing the backside air and bouncing off the side and landing off the ramp. And so then I put my hand down and grabbed the outside rail and pulled it back underneath me.
What?
And that's how it started.
Is this before Inverts or after?
You know what? It was like virtually the same time
Yep.
as Bobby, because I remember I was still amateur and I went to the Lakewood contest. I don't remember what year, but you know, it was 78. Had to be 78. And I just remember doing them, and he was doing the invert, and we were the only two guys doing it. We were doing it backwards, and I was like, "What do you call you? What do you call it?" And he goes, "It's an invert." I go, "Oh, "Okay." He goes, "What do you call it?" I said, "I don't know. It's just a hand plant." You know, like that's what I called it. So yeah.
Who named it the Andrecht then?
That came from the magazines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had nothing to do with it. I think it was published in Skateboard World first. I
Great.
think that, or no, that wasn't it. They just called that an unusual plan or something. I can't remember.
Huh.
But it was the magazines that gave me my nickname. It was the magazines that did all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it was originally like even my nickname. Did you have a nickname?
Not really.
Okay. Well, I just know like when I had it with the Raver, it started from Dave the Rave to the Raver,
Yeah.
and then the magazines got it, and that was it.
I
So.
thought you were the techno king, like the raver. But
Yeah, man. There's a lot of people that I can honestly say I've never been to a rave
no,
before. So.
the raver needs to go to a rave, buddy.
There you go.
What are you doing?
Never went to one.
Yeah.
That happened.
You know.
Jake Brown's going to take you to
Jake
a
Brown's
rave.
bucket
Yeah.
list. The Raver
Yeah.
needs to go to a rave.
I'm taking the raver to a rave.
There you go.
Yeah,
I'll
great.
bring the camera.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'll bring
There
the
you go.
camera.
We're gonna go live on YouTube and Twitch
I'm already scared, man.
at the rave.
All
There
right.
you go.
So, all right. So, what are you doing now? Let's talk about what you're up to these days.
It's a new
We
game.
created this dice game.
Okay, we got a dice game. Everybody, can we see the dice game? This is
There we go.
this on it.
It's
Okay.
showing.
I'll be honest with you guys. We're actually going to do we're trying to hold a tournament, and you guys will be able to watch it here. We're getting a bunch of the pros together, and we're going to have this game. It's super fun. It's really unique, but basically what it is you have two sides
There you go.
of it, and it sits on a table like so. And you roll a dice across the table, and if it lands on a 3, a 5, or a 10, or I can let Jake finish up and tell you what's going on.
Yeah, you're basically multiplying the dice number by the number it lands on. So 3 times 6 is 18.
So you get 18 points. You play the 300.
The highest-
3 or 1, or
The highest you can get is a 6 on the 20, 120. You cover this dot, you win instantly.
Wow.
There's a bunch of different ways to play the game, different game modes, longer ones, shorter ones, but pretty cool. A few different ways to skin the cat. It's a really fun game, and
It's called End Zone.
End Zone. And I was lucky enough to get my good friend Thatcher, who does the artwork for DGK Skateboards, to do the box art.
Thatcher did the artwork. Cool.
Yep. So we got that.
Wait, who did it?
Thatcher.
Oh, okay.
And then, yeah, basically, I just got back from a game trade show in Long Beach, and I'm just full time, like, getting this thing popping. So it's
All right. So
been
we
a
can
cool
send
adventure.
people to like a website or something if they're interested in picking one up.
oh yeah, it's free online right now.
It's free online right now.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can print it out, print and play for free. It's www.endzonedicegame.com. You can follow us on all the socials, Endzone Dice Game, with Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. But basically, the Instagram is the most active thing there. You can contact us there, and just go roll some dice, have some fun. Trying to
Alright.
bring some fun to the world.
There we go.
And it's also educational. Is the math?
Yeah.
Math's involved in the whole thing. You know.
It's good for kids with the hand-eye coordination, and so this is the box version is going to come like this. It's good with the mathematics and the hand-eye coordination for the kids or for anyone really. These are static cling stickers you see like in the gas stations and stuff. So these will just stick down on any
To the
table. Yep.
Oh wow, look at that.
So it's basically like a sticker, boom, one on this end, one on that end, and you're just playing on any table that you want. You know what I mean?
Now, do you have a in your rule set? Do you have a distance that those should be placed on, or it's just whatever you choose table you can put it on?
I recommend 5 feet or above. I think the tournament level is going to be 8 feet, I think, and 5 foot or more is good. Depends on your level. Depends on your table. But yeah, this table maybe like 4 foot, 4.5 foot. I'm not sure.
It's like 5, I think.
This will still
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
It might be 5 foot.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the perfect kind of size table. Anything like this or bigger. It's got a good dice bounce to it.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Give it a
Why
shot, Dale.
did you choose to go with the D6s and not a D8 or a D10 or a D20? The dice.
Oh, the size?
Yeah, the size.
That's standard size.
Well, no, I
These-
mean,
I have no idea. I'm just talking smack. That's the latest standard dice.
These are 16 or 17 millimeter square edge, clear dice. These just work best. I've tried a bunch of different dice. These are easy to go straight. Like you get a nice straight roll with that. Boom.
Wow, there we go.
Wow,
Stopped
look
right
at
there.
Yeah,
No, I went over the kill and then scored a 3
There
with
we go.
15 points.
we're gonna have to.
Looks like it stops pretty suddenly on your material. Is
Uh,
that versus the wood.
yeah, it does.
not once you get going.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's just like a small roll like this, it might seem like that. But yeah, you get your roll down,
Uh-huh.
and so maybe you're gonna need to roll a little bit faster to get to that 20. And it is what it is. You gotta work it out, buddy.
Show the
All right.
talent.
Okay,
Yeah.
everybody. So go to the website, check it out, and you'll have a really good time if you get the game and you can play it. So anyway, and right now he says the game is free, but you'll have to supply your own dice. And
Yeah,
at
so-
the time, but I think everybody has dice somewhere around the house,
just
and
need
you
3
can
of
get
them.
it started. And I know Jake doesn't like to hear that, but it's a fun drinking game.
I don't mind hearing it. I'm just trying not to market it as a drinking game, but you can drink as much as you want
Yeah,
or as little as you want.
that's right.
It's a dice game.
It's a dice game.
You can make-
Basically, these are the same kind of dice you'll get in a Yahtzee set, or you can get these at a liquor store or whatever. Usually, this type of square edge kind of size of dice. Just try to get the best dice you can, because that's part of having a good game. It's good dice.
And not many people
You.
play dice games anymore.
Well, they do now, buddy.
That's our goal.
I don't know where you've been lately.
Anyway,
I've
all
been living
right.
under a rock, to be honest.
Well, Jake,
Look at
thank
that.
you very
You
much.
can use that as many times as you want.
There it is.
No worries,
It's
Dave.
beautiful, man. I
Thanks
really
for-
appreciate
thanks
it.
for having me,
man.
buddy.
You've done so much for skateboarding, for people here in the U.S., for people in Australia, everywhere. I mean,
Yes.
I'm sure those kids in China, they got to see you skate and win a contest. They're still talking about it,
They are.
So, anyway, and
Pretty
now
crazy
there's
getting to
a couple
getting
hundred
into-
new kids that are skating everywhere that you've been, So,
It's
awesome.
been a fun ride getting to
Yeah,
do what we
man.
love, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I get it.
Thanks for being there for the
Yeah.
ride yourself, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been fun. Anyway, and tonight too, Dale Smith, thank you for stopping in.
Yeah, Dale.
Yeah. And Greg again on the controls. We had a great show.
Yeah,
And
Greg.
everybody, last thing, thank you to everybody that's on Twitch. Thank you, Big Mike, you're out there. I hope
He
you.
just left.
He just left. Oh, doggone it, man. My only guy on Twitch.
Actually, there were several people on Twitch
Anyway,
tonight.
so we had Twitch, and thank you everybody on YouTube. Thank you for coming to the show, watching us, putting up with us.
If you've made it this far, you need to get a life.
Thank you for hearing about it from Jake as well. And if you like, please hit the subscribe or hit the like button. We really appreciate it. It just helps the show, helps us grow. So we can keep on what's going on. Next week, just so you know, I've got Jim Goodrich coming in. He was a photographer back in the late 70s and early 80s. He was with all the Dogtown guys, everybody,
We got some
basically.
cool photographs.
And he's given us amazing photographs. And you know what? My job's going to be really easy next week because all I'm going to say is, hey, tell me about this photograph. And, you know, so I don't really have a whole lot of, I'm not going to have a lot of questions for him because he's just going to tell us about his work.
You're going to
and
put up
all
the
everything.
images on the
Put
monitor?
everything up there, man.
Nice.
So they're just going to come at you like that. And, you know, Jim has a lot of the history from skateboarding. He took thousands of pictures of all the pros. Everybody went to all the events. I mean, he was everywhere.
He's actually got
So,
pictures of people.
anyway.
People taking pictures of him
So,
taking pictures back
yeah.
in the day.
Well,
So anyway, thank you again for, and I really hope you enjoyed the show.
I'm going to
All right?
tune into that
Have
one.
a good day.
Good day.
Thank you. Thanks, brother. I really appreciate it, man. That was awesome.
Fuck yeah.
So,